हेलो स्टूडेंट्स, ये आपके क्लास 10 के यूनिट 4 रीडिंग ए स्वामी इज़ एक्सपेल्ड फ्रॉम स्कूल का पार्ट 2 है रीडिंग का. सो प्लीज़ लिसन केयरफुली. No, it was another grandmother. The headmaster asked how many grandmothers a person could have. No answer. Could he bring a letter from his neighbors? No, he could not. None of his neighbors could read or write because he lived in a very illiterate part of Alaman Street. Then the headmaster offered to send a teacher to this illiterate locality to ascertain from the boy's neighbors if the death of the grandmother was a fact. A pause, some perspiration, and then the answer that the neighbors could not possibly know anything about it, since the grandmother died in the village. The headmaster hit him on the knuckles with the cane, called him a street dog, and pronounced the punishment 15 days suspension. When Swaminathan's turn came, he looked around helplessly. Rajam sat on the third bench in front and resolutely looked away. He was gazing at the blackboard intently, but yet the back of his head and the pink ears were visible to Swaminathan. It was an intolerable sight. Swaminathan was in acute suspense lest that head should turn and fix its eyes on his. He felt that he would drop from the desk to the floor. If that happened, the pink ears, three benches off, made him incapable of speech. If only somebody would put a blackboard between his eyes and those pink ears. He was deaf to the question that the headmaster was putting to him. A rap on his body from the headmaster's cane brought him to himself. Why did you keep away yesterday? Asked the headmaster, looking up. Swaminathan's first impulse was to protest that he had never been absent, but the attendance register was there. No, no, I was stoned. I tried to come, but they took away my cap and burnt it. Many strong men held me down when I tried to come. When a great man is sent to jail, I am surprised to see you a slave of the Englishman. Didn't they cut off Dakcha Muslim slaves of slaves? These were some of the disjointed explanations which streamed into his head and which, even at that moment, he was discreet enough not to express. He had wanted to mention a headache, but he found to his distress that others beside him had one. The headmaster shouted, "Won't you open your mouth?" He brought the can sharply down on Swaminathan's right shoulder. Swaminathan kept staring at the headmaster with tearful eyes, massaging with his left hand the spot where the can lay. "I will kill you if you keep on staring without answering my question," cried the headmaster. I couldn't come, stammered Swaminathan. "Is that so?" asked the headmaster, and turning to a boy said, "Bring the peon." Swaminathan thought, "What? Is he going to ask the peon to thrash me? If he does any such thing, I will bite everybody dead. The peon came. The headmaster said to him, "Now say what you know about this rascal on the desk."